So I was gonna try to strap this phone to the ceiling, but I was telling myself, boy, if you go up, how are you coming down? So I just say, let me stay out of the hospital. I wonder if I could try the door, boy. Listen. Alright, so I love how to come in like very because it can be quiet. So you got the light on. Like it's good to go now. So alright, so let me first start by saying Happy New Year. It's been a minute, it's been a year. It's been a year since I actually did a sit down video like this, kind of giving you all an update about how have things been, how have I been, what have I been doing. I feel so awkward holding this one. I think that's the thing about what I learned over the past year is that everything that whatever feels uncomfortable for you to do at first, pursue it. Because it's like there's a lot of things in discomfort that you would learn about yourself that makes life so much better, that makes your life so much better. Because I think people feel awkward within themselves. One major thing that I did learn, from just pursuing this vision was that outside of insecurities, people do just feel insecure within themselves, not even insecure about like features, but just not comfortable with themselves. And oftentimes that's a case of the things that you feel most uncomfortable about, you never brace them, you never sat with them and ask yourself, well, why am I uncomfortable with this thing? And that's just what I've been doing over the last year, especially taking a chance on just doing videos. I started this series called Mindful Threads, that started in March, and that led into this suicide prevention campaign that I was able to do in September. And I always wanted to talk on suicide prevention because especially in Trinidad and Tobago, it was something that was ever growing, and I found it crazy that people were talking about it but weren't doing much about it, and I wanted to start doing something about it. So I gathered my friends, I gathered who was able to, and they assisted me. Thank you to all of them. You'll even see them on the shorts for what I would have done, last couple of months. I thank all of them for being able to show up and deliver any way that they did. That was really awesome, and I'm really, really grateful for being able to even pull that together, being able to have them to be able to pull it together, and for me being able to see that this is a problem. Could we not try to address this before it becomes a problem or a bigger problem? And yeah, that's been the year, the previous year. One thing that I'm also trying to do is avoid using the word trying to. I'm working towards mentally conditioning my brain from using certain words that would program me into thinking about doubt, or buying into doubt, to bring my whole mood down or to bring myself down. And that's just something that I don't want to condition my mind to continue to live in. So I changed a lot of my phrasing in terms of how I speak and stuff, because a lot of what you do say and put out into the world, it does come back to you. So it's something I'm genuinely working towards, and I would even encourage you all to do. Look at the things within your life, look at the things within yourself that could be pulling you away from your goals or pulling you away from what it is you genuinely want for yourselves, and yeah, so that's something that I really encourage every one of you to do. The goal for this year is to genuinely just do what I was always putting off from doing. You know, a lot of the things that I wanted to do, I always was trying to make sure I had this thing first, or trying to get this thing first, or get this person first before it is I actually do it, because I feel like it wouldn't be as great if these things are not in it. And it's just a lie that you would tell yourself, you know, to keep procrastinating from actually doing it. You know, I saw this thing on Instagram where they were talking about Noah, who was an amateur that built the ark, and versus the people who built the Titanic, who were professionals. So I didn't say it in as deep a tone as the person said it, but it was like, most times the greatest work you could do is the work where it is you're not sure if you could do it. And this is why I love this thing called Crush Your Goals I got this Christmas, you know. So it's for the super inspiring quote cards, you know, to basically jumpstart your day or whenever it is, you know, you're feeling motivated. But for me, this isn't necessarily just motivation. This serves to remind you about what is needed to be done to be great. You know, sometimes, yes, you need encouragement, but the encouragement really comes from you just putting yourself out there, you believing in yourself, you just going and pursue this thing. You know, just go and do it. Just do it. Just do it. You'll be good. And even if now is actually the best time, where people are so focused or trying to be focused on what they would want to achieve, that now is the best time to just put yourself out there. You know, people will understand. Some would laugh, some would make memes or jokes, you know, but at least you'll be able to take yourself from the point you are now to where you would like to be. And that's beautiful. That is actually what you want. So don't hold yourself back. Learn the algorithm of yourself, understand it, and then work and build on it to try to be the best version of yourself. Promise you, the results will be endless. The results will come so quickly, you'll wonder, why is it I didn't do this before? And sometimes in all of it, you have to remember to give yourself the grace, because you could get really caught up in life. And what we need to do is to remind ourselves of the why. This is your race, no one else's. Take your time and finish.